Okay, good morning, everyone. Let's get right into the stock market technical analysis. We're going to look at the broad market indices, and I want to point out a couple trade ideas. The silver miners are starting to look interesting for a long trade. So I'm going to run through a couple of those and just give you guys the setup there, and we'll wrap up oil, and we'll cover oil stocks as well. Okay, so triple Qs, we're probably going to just thrash around for the until we get Apple earnings out of the way, and we're just kind of right in the middle of these FANG earnings. So the triple Qs is up a little bit today, but we're likely just going to thrash around until we clear these earnings. So that's really all I'm expecting. Not expecting any kind of real breakdowns or breakouts until we see what these earnings come in and how the market treats it. So that's all I got. One thing to note on the triple Q. So on the hourly chart, just kind of this recent price action, we've got a little bit of what could be a bullish falling wedge pattern, just a kind of really small wedge. Might play out for a minor breakout or a minor move up. It really only puts us up to, probably about this 327 area. The projected target right now is about 325, but anywhere from 325 to 327 might be the move up. That's where that's projecting. But again, the FANG earnings have to get out of the way. So potential bullish falling wedge, but I don't see any divergence, any bullish divergence. Look at the PPO. You can see we're just drifting lower in momentum. Downtrend in momentum. Here's your RSI, downtrend in RSI. So again, you guys, if you're not familiar with these concepts, check out my course. I did talk about that I will be raising the price to $150 on Sunday at the end of the week. So if you're interested, check that out. Link in the description below. I know there were several people that were interested yesterday. So this is the last week at that price. I've never raised the price on the thing, but I've had it out there for about a year and a half, and I've kept the price at $99. Very affordable for all. So if you're interested, it's there for you guys. And so triple Qs, again, that's all I see. Now, the other thing that we want to look at, Microsoft, I know they reported we're getting maybe a breakout. Let's see. So far it's, it is breaking out, but we need to see how that kind of closes out. On this one, it's probably, you've got like this bullish falling wedge pattern, and it's projecting a move. Probably about there, which puts us, basically kind of right where we're about. You've got some resistance right here at 291.72. So we'll see. Again, we might see breakouts in some and then breakdowns in the others. That's kind of what we're getting today. Is Microsoft's wanting to break out, but then Google breaking down. So a little bit of an offset there. And so we're just, again, just likely going to thrash around until we get those out of the way. One thing I do want to point out, it's kind of interesting. If we look at the NASDAQ futures, I had it marked as a wedge pattern yesterday. I had it kind of looking like that, and they broke down. But with the recovery and everything, I think it just makes sense to move that down and have a downward channel, a downward price channel. We're near the top of the channel here. A slight bullish divergence on this one. So you'll see here on the hourly, there's divergence on both momentum indicators. So that doesn't mean that we're not going to make another leg lower, but it does mean that the conditions are right for a reversal or a potential reversal. So I don't know. Maybe it comes on Apple. Maybe it doesn't come. I'm staying short on these tech stocks. I don't see any indication or any triggers that tell me I need to flip. So we're going to just continue to stay short, and we're looking, going back to the Qs on the daily chart, looking for a move down to our 300 mark, right down here, 297, 300, right in there. And I think we're going to get it. So maybe we drop down, we hit that, we have bullish divergence as we hit that, and that will be an opportunity to potentially flip long down there. All right, that's all I see on that one. Small caps, the other one that I'm really interested in shorting. That I am shorting down to about 173, down to about 170, zone of support down there. And as I zoom out, you can see, or zoom in, sorry guys, today yeah, we're starting to break what looks like the near-term support at 188, but it's not that impulsive, and it's actually a battleground. They're fighting for that level right now. If I go to the hourly, you can see, we sold down this hour. They're bidding it up. It's a battle. So again, I don't think we're gonna break this until we see the FANG earnings out of the way. But yeah, after those FANG earnings, we could break. We also have potential bullish divergence here on the daily chart. So you'll see that we are making a slightly lower low in price, but momentum is higher as of right now. Not confirmed yet. Again, you want to see, to confirm, you're going to want to see like a bullish crossover and that to start to bounce up on the PPO and the RSI. You'll want to see that start to bounce up. But, the potential's there. So whether that plays out, I don't know. Again, I'm still looking for that 174 zone of support, staying short on this. And we got to just let things kind of play out. It's going to be choppy. So there's likely going to be, kind of whippy moves going against us and then, for us. And we're probably going to reach our target pretty quickly, but we could have some whips before then, just kind of shakeout moves before we make that next leg lower. Gold. Okay, gold is breaking its near-term support, which was about 1895 is where it was kind of holding, starting to break down. Again, I'm still looking for a little more downside in gold, down to about this 1836, 1840. It really depends on when we actually get down there, and even if we get down there. But that's what I think it's doing. I think we're going to run down, hit that as support. We should bounce off of that. And that's, to me, going to be a very objective area to buy. So I'm looking to buy a lot of these gold miners and stuff as they hit their corresponding supports as this kind of continues to fall. And again, that's what we're starting to see in some of these silver miners. Here's an example, MTA. All right, this is a gold royalty streaming company, but a couple things I'm looking for. So big bearish or bullish falling wedge pattern. We had what looked like it was trying to break out, kind of chop through, but that was a failure, fell back down. But you can see right where we're at now, we're back at big support. All right, this is big support. You can see support all through here, support. So that's the thing. You can buy, you can buy at support or you can buy at breakouts of resistance. And so again, we're there at support. Looking at the divergences, we're making a new low. And we're just barely holding on to a divergence right here on the RSI. We need to see it turn around and really catch a bid pretty soon. But and then the PPO pretty cleanly still has a divergence, but not confirmed. Okay, so we're at support. But, we have divergence, not fully confirmed. We need to see it confirm. But I like it here, so I'm starting to buy. I'm buying a position back in this one, right in this area. Okay, another one that I like, maybe a little bit lower, but PAAS, okay? This is another silver miner, or this is a silver miner. Again, they've all come off pretty good. We called the sell signal back when we started getting, we got that sell signal in gold. I put out a video saying I'm getting out of all my miners. Everything looks like a sell signal. And that was the right move. We've seen pretty much a plunge in a lot of these. So this one from the highs down to where it's at is now down 20%. And from the sell signal when it broke trend right here on April 21st, it's down 12, 14% depending on when you exited. So pretty good sell down. But I think it's about time to get back into these things a little bit lower. On PAS, I've got this downtrend line. So this is the year-long consolidation correction pattern that the miners and this one in particular went through. We then got a breakout. So here's how I view it. Okay, bullish move up. Then you get this year-long correction. Okay, that chops around. You finally break out and we're back testing. So it's objective to go long right in this area. I'm looking for slightly lower prices. I don't want to press it too much. I definitely want to be able to, get a good position. So much lower from here, potentially a tag of the trend line. It's another 3.5% down to there. So if you see some sort of a move down today, maybe tomorrow, some sort of an impulsive move down, that's likely going to be our, objective area to buy. All right, so keep an eye on that. On the hourly, you can see we're starting to build that bullish divergence. Here it is on the RSI, on the hourly. So we're just drifting lower. So I think we're going to continue to drift lower while continuing to build this bullish divergence. Probably looks something like this. And then the PPO, you can see we've got that bullish crossover right there. And we have bullish divergence as well. So we've got bullish divergence on the hourly. We're just grinding lower, drifting lower. Looks like an accumulation area. This is an area where people are starting to dip back in and buy, and they see the same thing I do. So I'm looking for a little bit lower prices, and I'm going to grab it, go long on this one. Okay, the dollar. So the dollar is, you want to always look at the dollar. A couple things I see on the dollar. One, you've got this is big resistance right up here, basically right where we're at. Could be a triple top. You can see that we're getting rejected. It's resistance. So big resistance here in the dollar. The divergences, though, seem to be burned through. We'll see how the day closes, but so far seems to be kind of burned through. One thing is, this looks like a buying climax to me. We're just going parabolic now in the dollar. So to me, it looks like the blow off top or the buying climax. The other thing to look for that I'm really watching for on the dollar is a drop back below this major trend line right here. So this is going back to 2011. Clean uptrend line right there. And we're back testing. We've overshot the back test. So what I would look for and probably wait for is, if this breaks back below this trend line, right now it's sitting at about 188, but you see that break back below the trend line, and that's likely going to signal the end of the dollar's rise, and most likely gold's going to bottom out at that point too, and we're going to start to see that continue move up in gold, and the dollar should start to reverse. I don't see any indication right now that the dollar's reversing the DXY. I see just we're running into big resistance, but no reversal candles or anything like that. Looking at the hourly chart, no real divergences either on the hourly. So again, there's just nothing telling me that we're at the top of the dollar. And again, that makes sense, because if you look at gold here on gold, as I zoom in, it looks like gold needs to come down a little bit more. So down to about this 1840 area. So I think a little bit more downside in gold, a little bit more upside in the dollar. The silver miners look like they're just about there, so they run quicker. The junior miners, GDXJ, looks like it's about at support, but the GDX, which is the large cap miners, looks like it has just a little bit more to go. The 200-day moving average on the GDX is 33.27, so from where we're at now, that's another... that's about 5%. And then if we're going to back test this breakout trend line here, then that's another 10%. So still some more to go on the downside in the miners, but some of them are starting to look good. Oil, so oil is just continuing to drift sideways. My target on oil is 85.20 and probably a tag, at least an intraday tag of the 200-day moving average, which is sitting about 82.75. That's still the target. I don't see any change in that. I think we're still heading lower. It's going to spike down most likely. And then these oil refiners, DVN, pretty much the same as yesterday. We're just, back testing resistance right here at 58. All right, that was former support. You can see right through here, it was support. We broke, we gapped way down, and we're just running in, testing it as resistance. It should fail here. I don't think we're going to get the back test. We could run up and back test the trend line way up here. I don't think we're going to get it. I think we're going to fail here. It's just another day that we're testing that. I think we're going to fail and head down to 50, 50, we'll call it. So that's what I like right now is a rejection, pretty much right where we're at. And then this one, CNQ, this one has a gap right here that it could fill. If I see the gap sitting about 63, 65. So there is the potential to run up, pop up, fill that gap, and then roll over. I could go either way. Maybe it fills that gap, maybe it doesn't. It would make sense if it doesn't fill that gap, because that's kind of the bull trap, that gap down. We are at resistance right here at 61.80. So if it can't pop up and break through this resistance, and that gap's not going to get filled, then we should continue to roll down. That's what I'm favoring. But again, could go either way on that one. Okay, UNP, this is Union Pacific. It's a rail stock. Again, we've got the sell signal. It just remains. So you'll see here, here's your March 2020 lows, tag of support right here, another tag right there. Sell signal as we break the trend line, flag out for a couple days, and boom, resuming the downwards trend. So here's our target right here, 215. And I get that target, a couple reasons. One, that is former support. You can see right in here, we had a couple reactions there. A couple right through here as well. Good, lots of reactions validating that. And then again, this one also has a bear flag, which is here. And then you project the flag and it puts us right at there, 215. So that's a high probability target. I'm staying short on that one. Looks good. UPS, same deal. We've got support right here at about 177.50. We also have this bear flag though, that's right here. And that bear flag's projecting us to move all the way down to this level of support, which is about 156.75. Okay, so that's actually the target that I like, is down there. Staying short on this one. I see no change today. We're up a little bit, but again, it's just chop action from yesterday. We're just really going nowhere. Oh, Alcoa. So we've got a textbook bear flag in play right now. Here's kind of what you could look for on Alcoa. So we got the initial breakdown right here. So this is your bear flag pole. We're starting to flag out right in here. And you can see that this flag is on declining volume. See the volume right here dropping off? That's a bear flag. It's a textbook bear flag. So what you'd want to wait for probably the next sell signal is a break of this flag. So if you look at the hourly chart, just kind of mark it up. And basically you get that breakdown in that flag, and that should get you, a continuation of this flag pattern, which the target for this as of right now puts you all the way down here about $50. So I'll just mark that out. I don't know if that corresponds with any kind of trend line support, but I see $50 as, I don't see much in terms of support right in there. Maybe we could just move it up right. It looks like there's some right there, and that's about 52.50. So we'll just say 52.50 as a potential target, but again, it's not a short until you see it break down to continue this bear flag. You'll see Tesla. So we got a big sell signal yesterday, big impulsive drop, huge volume spike right there. So, today we're basically battling with the 200-day moving average. And they're just kind of grinding around. They're making it look like they're going to hold. I don't think it's going to hold the 200. I think we'll probably, just hold here maybe for a day or two. Once Apple's out of the way, I suspect Tesla's going to resume to the downside. Okay. So that's all I have on Tesla. That's where I'm thinking we're next level of support on Tesla. You've got some support right here, 781.50, maybe a minor bounce there. But I don't think Tesla's going to stop going down over the longer term in a trending way, not just straight down, till we get down to, 550, I think is a decent support. So we'll watch for that. Possibly a lot lower. I mean, Tesla has the potential to come way down. You look at a lot of these other kind of stocks, and these like the meme stocks and things, and a lot of them have come like off 70-80%. So if Tesla drops down to this 540 from the high, it will be down about 50%. So I like that as a target right now. I think there's more downside in the short term, but we're just kind of, again, just waiting for the Apple earnings. That's all I got, guys, for today. I don't see much else in the charts, so I'm going to leave it here. You guys drop me a thumbs up on your way out, and I will